describe the upper portion of the lesser curvature supplement and upper portion of greater curvature supplement. Now let's come to the lower portions. Immediate attention into the picture, guys. Now from R3C, provide it please one descending branch into the superior horizontal part of the duodenum and call it the structure number 5 and name it please the gastroduodenal artery. Gastroduodenal artery. How it is delivered into the stomach? I told you deep ligaments of the stomach. Now we have pyloropancreatic ligament, which is connected the pancreas with pyloric part. Immediately here you can see pyloric part. By the way, in same ligament we will have the traverse of the C artery, one of the biggest common hepatic artery. What is happened with this artery 5 near the upper superior horizontal part of the duodenum? It is passed behind of the duodenum and it is split into two terminal branches. One is come to the greater curvature. In my picture it is 6th one. Second goes to the duodenum and pancreas. In my picture it is 7th one. Do you see this division? Let's draw it by non-interrupted lines to show it much more better for you. Artery 6 we call right gastroepiploic. If you remember, 4th is left gastroepiploic. Now 6th is right gastroepiploic. By the way, all this information you should know from your anatomy. That is the angiology of the stomach. You study all the vessels. Now look in the picture, please. Between the 4th and 6th artery, I put the black cross point. And it's called the collateral anastomose of the greater curvature. Collateral anastomose of the greater curvature. Minute attention to me. Now look please here. I divided descending duodenum into 3 equal parts, upper, middle, and lower. In the border between middle and lower thirds, in the medial wall of the duodenum, I draw protrusion. It is called papilla duodeni major. Papilla duodeni major. Minute attention to me. Now in the level of papilla duodeni major, I provided horizontal plane. Artery 7 supply duodenum and head of the pancreas up to this horizontal level. Once again, artery 7 supply two structures together. It is duodenum and head, not the body, head of pancreas, up to the level of papilla duodeni. Below this level, it doesn't supply. Only above. Who didn't understand me? Let's continue. Now look in the artery C. Everybody, look in the artery C. After giving of the branch 5, we rename it and we call it branch 8, proper hepatic artery. C1 is common hepatic artery. 8th one is proper. It is continuation of the C. But after gastroduodenal branch, we rename C and call it proper. Where is located now this proper? I told you that it comes by pancreata pyloric ligament to the superior horizontal part of the duodenum. Then it is entered inside of hepatoduodenal. Do you remember 3 color markers which I put? A1, it is the proper hepatic artery. A1 inside of hepatoduodenal ligament traverse into the hilum of the liver. And inside of the hilum of liver, look please in the picture. It is split finally into 2 terminal branches. In my picture, this is the branch 9, right hepatic artery, and branch 10, left hepatic. Hurry up, please, time is short. Now this right hepatic artery gives the branch to the gallbladder. In my picture, it is the 11th branch, which we call cystic artery. I supply approximately all structures except the inferior part of the stomach, lesser curvature. Now look here please, from artery 8, I draw inside of hepatoduodenal ligament one artery which is come to the stomach. From hepatoduodenal finally it's entered to the hepatogastric. In my picture this is artery 12 and we call it right gastric artery. And again, I put the cross point now between B and 12, and it is called the collateral network of the lesser curvature of the stump. That's why you can see two networks, one in the greater curvature, second in the lesser. In the greater between 4 and 6, in the lesser between B and 12. I finished to supply all organs except the lower 1/3 of duodenum and head of the pancreas, and except head and body of the pancreas. Let's start from head of body. Again, come to the R3A. And now from R3A, draw a lot of the branchings, which is come to the tail and to the body of the pancreas. How they come? By the same name ligament, which is called pancreatosplenic ligament. All these branchings together named the 13 and call them pancreatic branches, up to 10. They supply separately tail and body. That's why you can see that head of the pancreas has absolutely autonomical supply. It doesn't supply with these vessels. It's supplied by 7 artery, which I draw for you. Finally, R3A enter inside of the hilum of the spleen by the same name ligament, pancreatosplenic, and split here into 2-3 branches and supply your spleen. Now, what is the supplyment of the lower third of the head of the pancreas and duodenum? Now look to me. Not here. Here, in the level of L1. Aorta abdominalis gives the next single branch, which we call superior mesenteric. Just I cannot draw it here because a lot of the structures is there. That's why I will draw it from here. That's why I draw one more single branch in my picture. This one. It will be A, B, C, D. And call it superior mesenteric artery. It is supplied all small intestine and part of the large intestine, together with inferior mesenteric. By the way, level of it L1. If truncus coeliacus level T11, T12, this is L1. Last single branch of aorta, it is inferior mesenteric. It is level of L2. Let's say T11, 12, L1, L2. You understand what I say, Jeremy? I see by your face there that you miss everything in my subject. Aorta abdominalis gives 3 single branchings, which is start exactly from anterior surface. Upper one, it is truncus coeliacus, 11, 12, T. Middle one, it is superior mesenteric, L1 level. Lower one, it is inferior mesenteric, L2 level. What is hard for you to understand? If you will not sleep, dear, you will listen. First branch of this DR3 immediately come to the inferior part of duodenum and head of pancreas below level of papilloduodenum under. And in my picture it will be R3 number, which is last number in 13? 14?
This is 14.
13 is last one, yeah? 14. Call it, please, inferior pancreatoduodenal artery. 7 is superior pancreatoduodenal. 14 one is inferior. These two vessels together supply all duodenum and all head of the pancreas. 7 up to above the level of the papilloduodenum. 14 one below the level of papilloduodenum. 1 minute attention, time is very short. That's why I will not draw, of course, the venous drainage, but I explain it for you. Minute attention into the picture. What about venous drainage? I'm very sorry, I will close it. Look everybody here. What about the venous drainage? To answer in this question, guys, I will open for you this picture. This picture, lower one, which is show for you the venous system. Now, minute attention. From all organs of superior compartment of peritoneal cavity, venous blood drain into the portal venous system, without any exceptions. But sometimes it's drained immediately in the portal vein. Other times it is drained into the veins which form portal vein. I want to remind again your anatomy. Now attract your attention into these 3 veins, which is joined each other behind of the head of pancreas. From up to down, it is the splenic vein, it is the superior mesenteric vein, and it is the inferior mesenteric vein. They join each other, they forms the portal vein, which is enter inside of hepatoduodenal ligament and come to the liver. Look, veins from lesser curvature of the stomach, it is right and left gastric veins, joined to each other. They forms the coronary vein of the stomach, which is drained immediately into the portal vein. Veins for greater curvature, from upwards, short gastric veins, left gastroepiploic drain into splenic valve. Right gastroepiploic drain into the superior mesenteric valve. But anyhow, they drain into the portal system. Because as I say, these veins joined to each other and they form the portal vein. If no questions, guys, if there are questions, please ask me. If no questions, very quickly to the bile system. Now, look to me. Main bile organ, it is of course the gallbladder. Bile is produced in the liver more than 1.5 liters during the day. But in gallbladder, there are two functions. Storage, which is not so important, and concentration, which is much more important. Because this 50 milliliter among the 2 liters, which is produced during the day, it's not so big amount. But if it is not simple but concentrated bile, you understand that the amount is increased. Anatomically, you know that your gallbladder has 3 parts. Fundus, which is in front of the liver, body, which is attached to the liver, and neck, which is come to hepatoduodenal ligament and transited into the cystic duct. Your cystic duct connected inside of the same ligament with common hepatic duct. And together they forms the ductus choledochus. Before speak about choledoch, I want to remind you that in the neck, inside of the neck, mucous membrane forms the S-shaped valve, which is give the possibility for the liquid goes up into and from the gallbladder. What is happened then the ampulla hepatopancreatica, which is covered by sphincter odi, it is closed. Look here, please. This is the sphincter odi, which is surrounded to your ducts. This is the main bile duct, choledoch, and virsum duct, or the main pancreatic duct. In the tip of papilla duodeni major, they fuse to each other, and they covered by common sphincter, which we call odi sphincter. Then this odi sphincter is closed, bile doesn't flow into the duodenum, and from hepatic duct it is come to the gallbladder and concentrated store inside of it. Vice versa, then it is open, both juices and pancreas juice and the bile go inside of the duodenum and make the digestive function. Wait. This gallbladder, guys, supplied by the cystic artery, which I draw for you. And this cystic artery forms the Callot triangle inside of hepatoduodenal ligament. Surgically very important, you know, because if you make the surgery, which is called cholecystectomy, you must to find this cystic artery and ligate it to prevent the bleeding during the removing of gallbladder. How you can distinguish, find it? Look, it's so simple. From right side, it formed by cystic duct. In left side, by common hepat. From upwards, it is the cystic artery. Finally, guys, this choledoch has 4 portions. Look, upper portion in hepatoduodenal ligament, it is the green marker. We call supraduodenal. Second portion, as you can see, pass behind of superior horizontal. We call it retroduodenal. Third portion, pass inside of head of pancreas. We call pancreatic portion. And shortest part inside of the wall of duodenum, we call the intramural portion. Intramural portion immediately open in the tip of papilla duodeni major with the junction with the main pancreatic duct. They forms the ampulla, which we call ampulla hepatopancreatic. By the way, if you will look attentively, you will see that each duct has its own sphincter, but both together have a common sphincter, which is called the odi sphincter. A little bit about the coverage of peritoneum and syncope of gallbladder. Gallbladder primary, it is mesoperitoneal, because it's an upper surface which is attached to the liver, doesn't have the peritoneal coverage. Exception, it is the fundus. Fundus is covered from all the side. Now, what is the syncope? In front of fundus, there are anterior wall. Above the fundus, there are the diaphragm. Below the fundus, we have the right knee of transverse colon and duodenum. Above of body, we have the liver. Below the body, we have the superior horizontal part of the duodenum. Duct is located inside of the hepatoduodenal ligament, as I said you before. That's all what I want to say. And liver and gallbladder have the vegetative innervation, parasympathetical from vagus and sympathetical from plexus soleus. Friends, start to work, please. That is primary necessary for you. Do you have any questions to me?